Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another CounterSide video. Alright, we got some updates, some patch notes for C server. So, let's have a look and see what C server will have, right? So, I'm really excited because some of these are new Awaken units. So, if you guys are not aware, C server is gonna have a new maintenance tomorrow. The first thing that you notice is Rearm SYLVIA. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this shortly after, alright? And then we're gonna have Great Witch's Legacy is back. Complete the hard mode to get unit data, Laura, Beatrix. Now I do appreciate it for sure, right? Because I was hoping that they will add the Witch's Legacy thing in the counter case as well. So I think after this they will. So Global already have this. So we are C server, we are only getting this right now, which is like, okay, fair enough, right? Next up, new challenge unlock. Let's go ARS. Attendance when fall comes. Classified recruitment. Replace a king and replace a queen. Probability up. No wonder this week on C server, they make sure that Replacer King is not banned. They make sure that Blue Bridge Mark II is not banned. Because Replacer King is a character that you can try to pull for. Smart by Zilong Games. Actually smart. Alright. So Replacer King shines this week for sure. He's gonna get banned heavily next week, I think. Alright. Alongside, we have Frederick Doma, Rosaria. Both are really strong unit. Alright. If you don't have Rosaria and Frederick Doma already, you need both of these. For the longest time, I didn't have Frederick Doma in my C account. It took so long before I get that guy. That guy is insane. He gives damage amplification, which is quite rare still. Not many characters have the ability overall, right? A lot of characters have defense shred, but when it comes to damage amplification, this one is quite important. The only other character is perhaps Roy Burnett and maybe Maestra. Maybe there's a few others that I can't think of right now, but hey, quite important. I would say Rosaria is also kind of important. Flying unit, always have the benefit. Operator, so we're gonna have Sigma, Kim Hana, Momo. Alright, this is pretty cool. They're gonna add Revenant to the standard banner, add talent development package, and a bunch of other packages. And of course, Danger Close, we have new season starts. Optimization. Due to the price increase of in-app purchases on the Apple App Store, we will adjust the content of the following items. Oh no. Wait, what's happening? 30-day admin coin. You're gonna get, instead of 1100, you get 1169. Okay. 18-day. Instead of 80 admin coins, you get 285. Wow, why is it so much? Dang. Returning user, okay, they are increasing the rewards, which is cool. Apple increasing it, so they are increasing it as well. I think this is very commendable for Zilong Games. So let's talk about, overall, I just want to talk about SYLVIA Rearm. Alright. Why should you care for SYLVIA Rearm? Should you care for her at all? And Replacer, okay, let's talk about Replacer King and Queen first. Awaken units are very important, especially for new players. For veteran players, it's not as important because you'll have better gears. But for new players who don't have good gears, Awaken units will always help you boost your account. Like, you know, you can disagree as much as you want, but Awaken units, they do slap, alright? So you don't need, like, the gear requirement for using them is not that high. So right now, currently, on C server, let me buy that. You should always buy that once a week. We have Maestra, Nequisha, and Awaken Yuna. And ALSY, alright, Awaken Lee Suyeon. So I do think Yuna and Lee Suyeon both are really strong units, alright? And I think Yuna is probably one of the better Awaken unit to get if your account is new. Like if you don't have any other Awaken units, Awaken Yuna will be able to benefit you for sure. ALSY, I would say somewhat, but not to the extent of Awaken Yuna because she needs other units to be able to work, alright? So Awaken Yuna, you don't need to rely on other units to work as much. So I think she's going to be, Awaken Yuna is much more beginner friendly. Like the term here is beginner friendly, not to say stronger or weaker, because they both have different roles, right? In terms of Replacer King and Replacer Queen, now I think Replacer King is really strong, PvP and PvE, alright? A lot of people keep saying Replacer King sucks in PvE. Nope. I will prove to you guys. Maybe tomorrow I'll make a video, alright, on Shadow Palace. I managed to do it. Dang, that guy slaps in Shadow Palace. Replacer Queen is one of the highest single target damage still competing with Awakened Seoyun. Alright, whether you like it or not, she's competing with Awakened Seoyun. I would say neck and neck. Some people say Awakened Seoyun does more if you count her rifles. But a lot of time you gotta deploy Awakened Seoyun first and Replacer Queen is deployed later. But if you look at DPS, sometimes they are quite equal. And also you gotta take into consideration that Replacer Queen is 5 cost. Alright, so there's something to keep in mind as well. So let's talk about Rearm SYLVIA. I will reference brightone.co right here to show you guys what she's all about. Now the problem with Rearm SYLVIA is it's not that she's bad. Okay, she is a bit niche. It's just that they are changing her concept entirely. Now SYLVIA, if you guys are not aware, is a 3 cost sniper unit. But after Rearm, she becomes a 4 cost. Number 1, she's like increasing cost. Number 2, she's now a supporter. Like what? Right? And it's a little bit weird. She can still hit air, which I do appreciate. But from a sniper, you become a supporter. So let's have a look. What is she all about? So first things first, basic attack, nothing special. Passive skill. Keep in mind she was weak before this. She got buffed recently in KR. And I'm going to assume that C server is going to have the buffed version, because so far we have always gotten the buff one. Hacks and weakens enemy gear. Enemies attack reduce by 15%, right? And tower enemies cannot recover HP while deployed. This is kind of cool. It counters a lot of tower units. They cannot recover HP while she is deployed. I think it's kind of insane. And then enemy towers will also have the 30% attack debuff as well. Insane. Insane debuff. Enemy towers cannot recover. But let's be honest here, right? Is there any PvE stage that there's like annoying tower units? Probably not. So this is like a PvP specific thing. It's very PvP heavy to counter tower enemies. Like Tower Xiaolin. I think they introduced her to counter Tower Xiaolin specifically. I think Tower Xiaolin only, like Sigma is not that broken. She's strong. But Maria is like whatever. Yeah, it's just Tower Xiaolin that's like super meta in terms of the tower units. Or maybe Rafaela, right? Now let's have a look at the special skill. Creates a non-hit stun stasis field to the furthest target. Alright, that deals DOT damage. So damage targets will have their barriers removed. Okay, remove barriers, cool. It can remove shield. Their speed will be reduced by 20%. Okay, so it will slow down their movement speed. This is movement speed, not attack speed, alright? Keep in mind. Does not apply to targets that exceed its valid hit in PvP Gauntlet. Additionally, increase the cooldown of the special skill by 12 seconds for one of the targets affected by the stasis field. Kind of a cool PvP skill for sure. Increase cooldown by 12 seconds. They could have died at that point in time that they will not be able to cast the special skill. So I think overall, very good skill right here. Increase your valid hit as well. So this for a special. Nothing special, nothing like extraordinary. Remove barriers is cool. I'm not sure if this is good in any PvE stage. I don't think there's any PvE stage that you gotta remove barriers specifically. Maybe some challenge stage. But hey, cool I guess. Hacks into satellite, fires EMP missile. The shock of the impact deals AoE damage. So this is ultimate skill. Last hit seals enemy skills for 5 seconds. Alright, not too bad. And the leader skill. So when you deploy her, 8 seconds after you deploy her, all enemies will receive 15% more incoming damage. So in PvP, this special skill cooldown increase affects 2 units now. Wow. And then the debuff goes up to 8 plus 4 plus 4, which is 16 seconds. Crazy. So the special skill cooldown, which is this one, that affects a couple of units, increase that special skill by 12 seconds. Now it's going to affect 2 targets, which is also quite interesting. So you gotta set her as a leader. Yeah, I'm not sure where she stands in the meta. I'm pretty sure she's not super meta, because compared to Rearm Estarossa or a lot of other Rearm, her leader skill doesn't seem that impressive. I guess 15% incoming damage, boost, kind of cool, kind of strong. But we should use her over Rearm Estarossa if they are both available. And also it depends on the meta. Ideally, I think this guy, she's just going to die to replace her king overall, etc, etc. So yeah, sure, special skill seal or increase for 12 seconds can be life-changing or can be like game-changing in certain cases, but keep in mind not everybody runs counter teams, especially on C server, right? There are some mech teams, there are some soldier teams that probably doesn't, it's not that special skill heavy. that could also affect them. Some are like more attack speed heavy, like there's a lot of Fury characters recently as well. So yeah, I think this is not exactly meta. Rearm Sylvia, if you guys are building her, consider having a spare Sylvia so that you still have the old Sylvia. I think the old Sylvia is still quite strong. Like she's not, her stun is really useful. I wouldn't like dismiss the old Sylvia entirely over the new one. I would say if you want to build a new one, make sure you guys have a spare copy of the old one. That's just what I think. So yeah, overall the patch, pretty cool, except for Rearm Sylvia, the rest is pretty, you know, as generic as it gets. So if you guys are pulling either for Awaken Yuna, please do. If not, Replacer Queen, kind of good for beginners. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.